Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to Gramza Market Studies for Friday, November 28th. For those of you celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful day. Let's see what was happening though in the markets. We can see the NASDAQ market gave us a little push here to the upside. That's fine. I was looking for that stronger move as we went into the weekend. Right here's the 27th. This is the 28th trade date that we're looking at here for Friday. I am looking for a confident close, though, into the weekend. The OPEC news is really the underlying mover here, and I'm not looking for anything dramatic, but unchanged to higher. We're also seeing some weakness in the euro. We should also break that apart because really you're looking at two sessions here. I'm going to make it a 60-minute chart, and what you're seeing is how we finished. We closed for the holiday. We opened again with Asia, and this is what we're trading right now. I'm looking for further weakness right now in that currency as we go into Friday's session. And when it comes to the interest rate markets, look at this 10-year note. I just find it fascinating where we are right now in these markets. It's hard to imagine being sustainable, but the pressure is there. Nothing telling us to be a seller at these levels, much to my surprise. Although longer term, I am bearish on that market. But let's take a look at gold. Not much happening in gold. Not surprising. It's doing what it should do. I think that's fine. Also, I couldn't remember if I mentioned this issue over here with copper. It did trade above that bullish level. The difference between the bearish and bullish level in that market, to give you a reference, is $1,000 a contract. Again, it's just an idea of what the magnitude change is. But let's move on. And let's take a look at what's happening in the energy market. Again, this session here represents, let me just break it apart for you so you can see it a little better. Depending on how a session finishes up, again, this is what's going on in Asia right now. The market fell out of bed on the OPEC news. This makes sense. OPEC makes sense in terms of what they did. If you and I were a member, we'd probably do the same thing. And what we're seeing here right now, I expect continued weakness in this market. You and I have been talking about $70 or lower. 70s and the 60s is where I felt this market should be, and I think that is where we're headed. This makes sense to me, and I'd like to see more of it. Let's move on, though, and let's take a look at those grain markets, and there's not much to talk about because they were not trading. That's why you see duplicate data for those days. So, what are we looking for on Monday, though, for that is an unchanged type market, and that concludes today's market studies. Thank you for being with me, and I'm looking forward to being with you again. Meantime, take care.